Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge. So the New York starting five. They've got Big Daddy. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Towns is out there with Johnson. And it's Barlow in at the 4 spot. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Hardaway. And it's Larson in at the 5 spot. Well, Clark, it may not be for everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Take a look at the Magic. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And checking out New York, they're doing what we all expected, playing an exceptional brand of basketball, trying to take over that top spot.
Garcia can't get it to go. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. It's rebounded by Towns. And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys, and he's very fluid in his motion, great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
Wagner outside. 6 on the shot clock. Latrey. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Rockets. Garcia against Hardaway. Count the basket. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Johnson against Wagner. Knocks it loose. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. 14 feet away. The Magic again can't hit. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Towns kicks to Brunson. From deep. And that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from Garcia. Garcia's got 5 now.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff season.
Here's Larson, and that one goes long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Towns, the pass to Johnson. Comes up empty down low.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Suggs. To the paint. Looking to end the run. Larson with the bucket.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Garcia passes to Barlow. Brunson outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, one of the emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Red Van Vliet. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 6-point lead. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. On the court for the Knicks, Clark is out there with Towns. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Garcia in at the 2-guard spot. Passes it to Hardaway. Now, here's Wagner. The pass to Banchero. Over Clark. Banchero, that's good.
Getting it done in the paint. Banchero using his big frame to carve out space inside.
Outside, Garcia. There's the dish to Towns. Clark outside. Pass to Garcia. Trying to find Wagner. Gets it to him. Johnson can't hit. The Magic trail by 6. Suggs passes to Wagner. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Orlando with another.
That is a terrific move. Banchero, ball on the string, showing no mercy.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against Houston lit up the floor. He scored 23 points, and he was dialed in, made most of his shots. An incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
The Magic trail by 8. Here's Hardaway. Johnson with some nice D. The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Towns, the pass to Clark. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Big Cat says, take that.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll.
So it's New York with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Suggs. And it's Larson in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Banchero. Knocks down the 10-footer. Banchero's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Pass to Barlow. Garcia up top. Rebound by the Magic.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Suggs looking around. Banchero outside. He takes it in. It doesn't go for him. Towns with the defensive effort. The Knicks leading by 19. Garcia inside. This one for three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And the Magic shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Brunson, right side. Count that bucket. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Suggs passes to Larson. Outside Hardaway. They get it back. Banchero, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Banchero's got 10 points.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. Passes to Banchero. The Knicks pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Time call here. The Magic. Decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach
And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Trailing by 19. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Jalen Brunson out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Johnson, and it's Barlow in at the four-man position. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Garcia. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. And for the Magic, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Banchero with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Banchero looking around. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there by Johnson. New York leading by 20. And Brunson has it in the corner. A floater. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Wagner against Garcia. Great D that time from Johnson. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Out left to the wing. Here's Brunson. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wagner passes to Larson. Banked in off the glass.
Check out Wagner running the play there and helping his team find an opening.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Garcia's shot is good.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Good decision that time by Wagner, taking it straight line to the rim. The defense had no chance to stop it.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Look at Big Daddy. What a contribution.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Big Daddy.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
At the line for the Knicks, OG Anunoby. At the line for one,
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Stevenson outside and stolen by Garcia. Trent kicks to Garcia. Over Banchero. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Agbaji, the pass to Stevenson. Releases. And it's Banchero missing. Here's Banton. He dishes it to Garcia. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you.
Next week is our NBA 2K TV Awards show.
That's right. We are recognizing those of you that stand out in various ways in NBA 2K25.
And for this special episode, we'll have some extra 2K TV interactive questions, so that means chances for you to earn some VC.
We'll see you then. Enjoy the game.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. They've got Precious Achiuwa. He's out there with Michael Porter Jr. And it's Cardinal in at the point. And for New York, they've got Jalen Brunson. Johnson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Barlow in at the four-man spot. We are right in the middle of the year, Brent. What's the biggest challenge for coaches right now?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge, BA, is just keeping your team engaged. We've asked a lot of guys at this point, physically and mentally, some guys are in a place where they're playing and everything's all good, but it's really those guys who are still looking for their opportunity. You have to continue to build those relationships so that the bond of the team is going to push you forward to get the best out of everybody.
And here's Milwaukee now after the basket by New York. Carter, the pass to Cardinal for three, and it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Garcia. Offensive rebound. Towns gets another look. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Towns. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Pajasniks. Here's Porter. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's Towns. Uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got his second bucket on the night.
I mean, I'll tell you, Towns is so dangerous on the offensive glass.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Pajasniks. Here's Cardinal. Brunson defending to end the run. Cardinal with the bucket.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Here's Barlow. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Johnson passes to Big Daddy. Drains the triple. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Now here's Carter. Defense is right there. Pass to Cardinal. From deep. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Here's Garcia. 17 points in his last outing. And that one good. Garcia's got 5.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Here's Carter. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Brunson. 9 points in his last outing. Here's Barlow. Achua defending. Barlow misses. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Cardinal. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Timeout called. Milwaukee, a tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortably shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah,
Substitution on the court.
On the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Achua, and it's Hendricks in at the 3 slot. Brunson passes to Big Daddy. He got a piece of it. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Knicks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard. He said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Here's Achua. Now here's Carter. He's closely guarded. And it's New York with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Towns passes to Big Daddy. From outside, off the mark. Bucks trail by 18. Pass to Porter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, B.A., dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. Maybe another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, B.A.
To the inside. Achua with the dunk.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
Pass to Big Daddy. Hey, expanding his range. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that set. Up right there, the assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Achua can't hit. Knicks leading by 19. With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, B.A. The way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around, makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup. Brunson's got 9. In the quarter.
Well, that takes such tenacity just to get in there. Brunson battling through the inside contact.
Timeout call. Milwaukee. Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough. This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Here's Porter. And that time also a missed shot.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Barlow passes to Brunson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Cardinal. To the paint. And the basket by Pasechniks. Pasechniks has got his first 2 points of the night.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Brunson passes to Big Daddy. Inside. The kick out to Johnson. Outside Brunson. Shoots from 14. And it's New York with another.
And aren't we here? With Brunson, this is what we expect from him, crafty and efficient.
45-19.
Here's Cardinal. 23 points for him last game against Boston. Pasechniks, the pass to Porter. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Right side, Brunson. Pass to Barlow. Now here's Johnson. Outside Brunson. Just 4 to shoot. Soft touch off the glass. Brunson's got 17.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The 3-ball. Cardinal with the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And so it's the New York Knicks up 25.
Time to make some noise for your Bucks City Dancer.
very lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Johnson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Big Daddy in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Carter. Barlow grabs a miss.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
Garcia's gotten 6 of his 10 shots to go. Outside Carter. Here's Cardinal. Barlow grabs a miss. Barlow's got 4 rebounds in the game. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against the Magic was a man on a mission. He scored 17 points, and talk about a two-way player. He was phenomenal at both ends. That's the danger of letting him get into a groove. We'll see if it carries over into tonight, Brian.
Hey, he made play after play. Really solid effort all night.
And he did it in a variety of ways, which makes him harder for opponents to deal with.
.10 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Big Daddy, the pass to Beauchamp. Pass to Gray. He tries for 3. Fires in the triple. Garcia's got 20 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense. To extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Brunson surveys. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist here tonight.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Brunson against Carter. Beyond the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Gray's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Garcia lays it up and banks it in. Garcia's got 7 points for the quarter.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. New York. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of...
So both teams making some changes here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Banton. Now here's Clark. He's checked by Carter. Here's Garcia. Knocks it down from distance. Garcia's got 25 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Taking a look at the Bucks. We've got Damian Lillard. Achua is out there with Josh Giddey, and it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Clark outside. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's Gray. Achua defending. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. And again, New York with the triple.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Bucks. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Carter.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left to play in the fourth. Lillard passes to Carter with the floater, and he takes it up and lays it in.
The player gets a feel for that floater. It can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game.
Lost my all and I got it back. That's my hustle and ambition. Never lose sight on the path. I had to turn on my vision. Separate myself from them clowns. They ain't really about business. You only strong as your weakest link. So I be trying to live my universal laws in effect. When you use your mind and see you as a threat. I'm chasing money like thought the youngest gone on the. When I was down bad, wasn't missing. Pray to the Lord, I make it out the trenches. I had to grind, wasn't given. Know it's a purpose, so I move different. God chose me, He told me I'm gifted. Feel like I'm stuck in this life that I'm living. I'm trying to grind and stack to the ceiling. I had to stamp my name and my image. I stand in their chest, I hustle relentless. I gotta keep my mind on the mission. I can make Steven want to see the vision. You never mix feelings with the business.
I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. Never no stagnant. It's all about the give and go. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. The way that I'm dropping, you can never stop the flow. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Run up a check and then double up. I got no time for the camera. Like a spatula. I whip a face like tarantula. Won't cuff no, I'm a bachelor. Wait. Yeah. Take it like I'm Jackie Chan. Straight off the hip, Yosemite Sam. I want them chips like the Pringle Man. My money long like a lifespan. I got it on and no helping hand. Serving and spitting. Businessman, I move like an entrepreneur, so I ain't got the time for no. I cannot take a detour, cause I'm trying.
This is Scoot Henderson, and you watching NBA 2K TV.
Oh, yeah, let's go. That was perfect. Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
In the My Career storyline, you come across a lot of NBA players, one of which is Scoot Henderson.
And we caught up with him while recording his scene. He gave us some tips on how to use him in NBA 2K. Take a look.
That's big time coming from you, man. I study your game.
I appreciate that. But remember, nothing in this league is given to you.
Coming up moments from now, the venue in the heart of downtown New York City. The Spurs taking on the Knicks. For the Spurs, they've shown no fear so far this season. Now on the... Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, and the starting group for the Spurs. Durant is out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Warren. Then it's Castle. And it's Hunt in at the 1. And for the Knicks, they've got OG Anunoby. Big Daddy is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. And it's Barlow in at the power forward. And we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Garcia passes to Anunoby. Back to Garcia. Some nice passing by New York here. Towns. And that one, good.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. During our talk, I asked the coach what makes Kevin Durant one of the best scorers ever. He told me it's insane that a 7-footer has that much skill. Kevin truly is one of a kind. No one can stop him one-on-one. We need a team effort. Of course, KD's going to the Hall of Fame, and he's still giving opponents nightmares late in his career. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Hunt. It's rebounded by Towns. Now the Knicks with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
Offensive rebound. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about the work ethic there of Towns? He's great at positioning himself on the glass and just outworking the opponent.
Here's Durant. It's good from about 19 feet.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Garcia's shot is good.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ's still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer.
Brunson kicks to Garcia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Anunoby. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Now here's Brunson. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Pass to Castle. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Braves checked in, and it's Johnson in for Anunoby.
On the court.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bryant dishes to Jones. Here's Branham. Second chance effort. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Johnson Guarded by Tucker. Johnson gets the bucket.
Oh, no, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since how does he take guys off the dribble?
Tucker finds Jones. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. It's rebounded by Gray. The Knicks leading by 7. Johnson in the corner. To the middle. Shooting foul as the